Mm-hmm. All right. I'm not sure if this is live yet or not, but okay, it does look like we're live. Okay, hooray. And I am able to moderate right now. Bet. Perfect. Perfect. So let's see. Make sure we got some good battery. I gotta pull up my rankings before we do this. And yeah, I'm so excited to hop into one of these drafts. But yeah, I'll just give it a few minutes so we can actually get the stream started. Yeah, so I want to pull up my rankings, and then I also want to pull up my rookie draft rankings because I believe this underdog draft has rookies in it, but I don't actually have rookies ranked with all other players right now. I only have my top 150 rankings for 2024, but I don't actually have rookies in there. I just have my dynasty rankings, which is like 2 rounds of a dynasty rookie mock draft. So I'm kind of going to cross reference that. Once I see the ADP from this, I'll actually be able to incorporate it into my rankings because, to be honest, it is so hard to know where these rookies actually are going to end up in rankings with no landing spots. So that's going to be a big help. But yeah, I'm just gonna pull this up, and then I think we're gonna start on the little board for a bit, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I just wanna pull this up, and then let's see. All right, I was gonna put this on my own personal site, but I kind of just realized it's super slow. I'll see if I can put this up on the fantasy trading room, which is basically like my own personal account, my own personal site outside of all the stuff I do for Face Off. But yeah. No. Okay. So let's skip ahead. All right, I'm about to get ready and hop into one of these. So let me just get everything out. Let's mentally lock in. Mentally get dialed. Dylan in the chat says no such thing as too early. Yes, sir, Dylan. Never too early. I mean, what else? What else are we waiting for? Let's hop into it right now. Okay. I guess. All right. Can we? Okay. Cannot detect my look. Man. Location access allowed? I mean, what else do you want me to do? Wow. Well, this is underwhelming. Okay, there we go. Just need a little refresh. But let's see. Do we already have our draft button? No, we are waiting for 2 people. All right, so we got a few people in the chat. 2 people right now. We got Dylan in the chat. Massive W. And let's look at some of these ADPs right now. Oh, wow. So, yeah, we got Puka as a first-round pick right now, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't have Puka ranked as a first-round pick, see where I have him. I have him at. That's a little too low, though, right? Okay. Actually, I do. I have him at 10, but he's not in my top 8 like that cutoff. Okay. We're at the 106. So I definitely know Breece Hall. He's the RB2? Am I missing something? Really? Okay. So right now I currently have AJ Brown ranked at 6, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't know if I really like that too much. So I could probably move my video in the middle next time, but it's such a pain to try and play around with it because I want to give you guys the whole screen. But I think the plan here. Okay, so this is like my top 6 right now. We got CMC, Tyreek, Jamar, Justin Jefferson, CD. I'm really hoping that one of those guys falls, but it doesn't seem likely. I just don't know. I don't think I can have. So who's ranked higher? Okay, Amon-Ra is ranked much higher than AJ Brown. I think I may be a little off there. I'm probably gonna go Amon-Ra. I'm definitely not taking Breece Hall. And that's really disappointing because I kind of thought Breece Hall would be someone that people weren't like quite caught up on. I'm just not about taking running back. Jamar Chase at the 101. Not sure how I feel about that. Actually, that's a lie. I hate it. No offense. Drew Miri 09. And Jamar is my 3. If you're going to take a wide receiver, I'm taking Tyreek Hill over him either way. But CMC, ADP of 1.0. I mean, how do you – I don't understand passing up on CMC at the 101. He does go at the 102, and now we are just praying that one of those guys in the top 5. So just from these like kind of early predictions, I kind of see that there's a tier break outside the top 5 guys. And then 6, like in my rankings as well, I wasn't really sure what to do. And that's kind of reflected in the underdog draft. Unfortunately for us, I think it's either going to be between Amon-Ra and Breece Hall. Hoping Justin Jefferson falls to us here. Maybe he just decides to go Breece Hall. He doesn't. I think we're taking Amon-Ra here. Amon-Ra, I mean, has just been amazing. I just don't want to build my team around a running back like Breece Hall. I'll be honest. Where do I even have Breece Hall ranked? I have him 12th overall, so it's not like I'm hating on him. I just have Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs ahead of him, which I don't really see how that's like a hot take. I think with the Falcons getting rid of Arthur Smith, and hopefully they should bring in a quarterback. In fact, not hopefully. There's no way they don't bring in a quarterback this year. Let me check on the live chat. What's they doing? So, started betting against Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Chase going to be the wide receiver 1 next year. Okay. First off, so are we betting against Mahomes in the Super Bowl? No, we are not. Dylan just sent me that tweet that said, I'll pull it up for you guys, actually, what Dylan sent me. Patrick Mahomes now played in 17 playoff games, which is the length of an NFL regular season. In those games, his stats are 48,000 passing yards, 39 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and 106.3 passer rating. Yeah, like he said, against elite teams, Mahomes is still that guy. No, we are not betting against Mahomes. Jamar Chase, wide receiver 1. So I actually could see that. Chase is my wide receiver 1 in Dynasty for a few reasons because of that. You know, I'm assuming T. Higgins is going to go elsewhere, giving him – he's still going to be an elite offense, but with hopefully a higher target share. I just can't bet against Tyreek Hill. I think the situation is going to be pretty much the same. And he is getting older, but he's showed no signs of slowing down. Did have a few injuries at the end of the year, but I'm still going with Tyreek over Jamar, though. It is an argument. I think I was just more arguing for CMC at the 101. But Amon-Ra, love that pick. Great situation for the Amon-Ra and the Lions. I think that it's going to be very similar to how he already produced last year. And, I mean, obviously he was amazing. Love building a team around a stud wide receiver. I think Amon-Ra will have a very high chance to finish as the top 6 wide receiver in a PPR league. We're on the clock in 2 picks. This is not good. We need to figure out what we're doing, and we need to figure out fast. So Where's Stephon Diggs? Is Stephon Diggs all the way down? Oh, wow. ADP of 25? Okay, so that's probably a pass here. What do I got? Olave. ADP of 31? Wow. Am I really like that off, or are people just like insanely hot speed? Okay, so Debo is the closest guy. Josh Allen, okay, I'm on the clock. This is bad. Okay, I'm going to go Josh Allen here. I'm kind of panicking. I really should have prepared more. I think, okay, so right now, you guys already know we have Amon-Ra. I could either go Josh Allen, or I could kind of go like a Debo, Brandon Ayuk build. Ayuk, I have Debo ahead of Ayuk. Really not sure of the situation. This is pre-draft, so Ayuk could land elsewhere. We're just going to let it pick Josh Allen. I think that is the safe pick here. But now that I kind of know where some of these guys are going, I'm going to queue up Diggs. I'm going to queue up Olave because I really like both those picks. Yo, what's up? Always enjoy your videos, but never caught any live. How's it going, Jamie? And then I'll respond to Dylan as well. Never bet against Mahomes. Yeah, if you guys didn't catch on, obviously NFL Trading Room is me. I'm just moderating it on my phone. But so we're 6 picks away. We got Diggs here. Ooh, Jalen Hurts kind of dropped a little bit. So honestly, I don't love that pick. I think the easy pick for me is going to be Olave. I know some of my rankings are probably out of whack, but I have him at 16 right now. That may be a little aggressive. I may be in a little bit of a dynasty mindset, to be honest. But still, I really like Olave here. I don't know what the situation is going to be with Derek Carr. It's hard to imagine them moving off of him, but he's just been getting better every single year. And I love the talent profile. I love him as a prospect. He was just dealing with Derek Carr and his bum shoulder, was checking the ball down to Alvin Kamara a million times a game last season. Don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think Carr's the best player in the world, but I don't think he's the worst either. Olave goes off the board. So let's actually dig in and do some research. Where do we have Sam Laporta being ranked? Is he already off the board? Someone already drafted Sam Laporta? Oh my God. Okay, that is very aggressive, in my opinion. DJ Moore? Oh my God. I feel like I'm glad I'm getting this out of the way because I'm just terrible right now. Okay, 18 if I want a running back. Outside of that, H-Chain already went. So yeah, we're looking at maybe Tank Dell. Okay, Tank Dell is very far down there. Nico's already off the board. I assume Cooper Kupp is definitely going to get buried, right? ADP at 48. Yeah, so I think we go. Let's get these all pulled up. Running back landscape is very barren. ETN is a player I don't really like, but let's just look at the overall board. I don't really want to wait because if I wait, what am I waiting for? I can either have him or James Cook, and then Kenneth Walker, Kamara, Jacobs, Eckler, all gross selections. Give me ETN. I think he is, kind of on the downward spiral. He just can't play a full 16, 17 game season. That said, the Jaguars are an ascending offense. We'll see what they do with Calvin Ridley. I think there's a good chance he'll come back. If not, highly see them drafting a wide receiver in the first round this year, helping out Trevor Lawrence. Never been the biggest Trevor Lawrence fan, but it's definitely hard to take away from his upside. Obviously, coming out of college and him being the generational prospect that he was. Still like ETN, and it's just more about the board. These other running backs are just disgusting. James Cook, not in on him. Kenneth Walker, I think that he is going to burn a lot of people. I think Charbonnet, he just wasn't that good last year. Charbonnet really didn't even do anything either, so there's a reason they drafted Charbonnet. I think he's going to cut into work. Kamara was obviously great this year. However, you have the concerns with the offense and the age. Jacobs, who knows where he's going? He was terrible last year. Eckler, terrible last year. Ramondre. There's just a whole bunch of question marks. I think even if, we don't exactly love ETN, I think we kind of know what we're getting. And RB1, for the most part, he was amazing this year. I think worst case scenario, he becomes a low-end RB1 and can be a staple for our team. So in the chat, I like the Olave option. You don't like Pittman? I've seen some consider Kamara mid-second round. first, Pittman. I do like Pittman, actually. Pittman's ranked very highly for me. He's like 17. So where did he go in this draft? I'll pull up the board real quick so you guys can see. Oh, I did pass on Pittman. Yeah, I do like Pittman, Jamie. It was more just about, like I said, I was kind of scrolling down. There's a bunch of wide receivers that I still like. Like, I'm probably going to get Tank Dell or Cooper Kupp, but the running backs don't love it. Kamara's second round is a little rich for me. But yeah, I'll respond to those in the chat as well, just so you guys can all see if you miss it. But okay, so now we got tanked. Okay, now, God, why does this always happen to me? This is why I hate drafting underdogs sometimes. Okay, we got Devonta Smith, T. Higgins. Where do we have Devonta Smith here? Devonta Smith, 37, T. Higgins, 38. I have them back to back in my rankings as well. Honestly, though, I think I'm actually gonna go T. Higgins because if I can, hopefully, okay. We're going to go T. Higgins, even though I have Devonta Smith ranked one spot higher than him, because this is a pre-draft. So this is obviously before the rookies, before free agency. And T. Higgins, I'm assuming the odds are, I believe it's at 44% change. He goes back to the Bengals. So we're going to draft him and we'll talk about him. Yeah, so we're going to take T. Higgins. Odds are he lands elsewhere. And no matter what, it does not matter. His ADP, if he goes somewhere else, is going to go up. It's never going to go down. It's never, if he goes somewhere else, I'm always going to be able to get him at this price point. But if he goes somewhere else, say like the Texans, somehow goes to the Chiefs, there's no shot I'm getting him at pick 43. Devonta Smith, pretty safe situation. We kind of know who he is. Going to be attached to the Eagles. Going to be with Jalen Hurts. Going to be behind A.J. Brown. So always going to be able to get Smith, but I kind of doubt I'm going to be able to get Higgins here, assuming he goes elsewhere. He's going to go up at least a few notches. Wouldn't be surprised to see him bump up into the next round. I did say I was going to answer that question, but I kind of need to lock in and make a pick here. So where do I have Kelsey ranked? It's going to be interesting. Kelsey, how high do I have Kelsey? Or how low do I have Kelsey, actually? Okay, I have Kelsey at 30. Okay, I have Kelsey like relatively. I don't know. I'm not drafting Kelsey though because I was just saying how I have a high good feeling he's going to retire. I think it's going to be a high chance. Keenan Allen's off the board, kind of scrambling right now. Jalen Waddle is he still on the board? Jalen Waddle, no. I might just go Malik Neighbors. Okay, I think he already went. Jeez. This is not good. Romo Dunze, I'm not going on Dunze. Who do I have around this range? Is Ramondre still? No, I kind of... Jeez, this is actually so tough. Jaden Reed? I don't mind Jaden Reed here, actually. I think I'm going to take Jaden Reed. Let's see. Do I like Eckler more than him? Let's see where I have Eckler ranked. Eckler, no, I have him at 71. Pickens, I definitely don't have him that high. And Jackson Smith and Jake. Okay, I do have a JSN jersey on, though. Oh, I actually have... Okay, I have him ranked behind Reed. But, to be honest, I don't care. His ADP is higher. We got the JSN jersey on. We're doing that just because... I don't know. Just because I have the jersey on. And I love JSN. Kind of don't really have... They're pretty close. 66 versus 60. 66 versus 62. Don't have a massive preference either way. But let me get back to the chat. I'm a huge Reeves fan, but this seems high for him. I agree. Love. I'm going to say, agree. Love JSN. Yeah, so I actually really like Jaden Reed. I am a Bears fan, you guys can see. But I do like these Packers receivers in Jaden Reed and Christian Watson, betting on a Watson bounce back next year. But I think we're kind of drafting him where his ceiling almost might be. I don't really know if he has the potential to become a high-end wide receiver 2, elite wide receiver 1 next year. I just don't see it. I think we're kind of drafting him where he's already going to be, where his ceiling is. Jason, on the other hand, I think can rise more from here. Oh, God. Yeah, this is tough. Do we have a tight end yet? I don't think so. What about Kittle? Where do I have Kittle ranked? Okay, I have Kittle at 56, so I actually really would like to get Kittle here. But I got to look into more how the teams were I drafted, because normally my rule of thumb last year was either draft an elite quarterback team or an elite tight end team. But I don't actually really know how those results panned out. So I think I'm still going to go Kittle here just because of my rankings. It's kind of hard, but shout me out. No. Give me a second. Okay. I'm literally swamped. I don't know. Oh my God. Someone just took George Kittle. Jesus. This is so bad. Oh my God. What do I do? Where is Christian Watson ranked? I'm not taking him. No, right here because I know he's gonna be buried. Okay. What about Tajay Spears? Damn, 92. That's gonna be a nice value. Assuming I get it. What Aaron Jones? Dude, are my values just like really off? What about Godwin? You know what? Godwin's here. Could get Aaron Jones, but I think I'm gonna go target Tajay Spears. Let's see where I pick. Throw Godwin at the top. Do I pick around 90? Yeah, 90, 78. Yeah, so I either get Watson or Spears. I think that's the move here. Terry McLaurin. Where do I have Terry? I kind of have Terry low. I'm gonna go Godwin. Maybe we see. Yeah, I'm gonna go Godwin. Had a pretty good year. We do have 4 wide receivers on the team, so I think that kind of forces us to take Tajay Spears, hopefully, in the next round. James Conner, too. I love James Conner. I think, where did I have James Conner ranked? 61. Okay, hopefully I can get James Conner and then Tajay Spears. That's going to be a plan to double tap that, but again, we are starting. I don't know if I can pull this up right here. It is 3 wide receivers, though I know for a fact in your starting lineup. So drafting 4 receivers, not the end of the world. But yeah, anyone that's new here, I don't know if you can really see my starting lineup. You can see the top, so I can just scroll down. And then I see your comment, Jamie. Give me 1 second. So anyone that's new, we have Josh Allen, ETN, Amon-Ra, T. Higgins, JSN, Godwin. I like the team so far. Nothing I love, but I'm gonna lie. I'm honestly been struggling. Like, my values and rankings seem way off compared to Underdog. That said, these contests literally just came out, so I don't know if the data is necessarily perfect just yet. I mean, it's not too bad. It's just my rankings are definitely, some of them are like 20, 30 spots off, which by the time we get to next month is never going to happen. But, okay, let's see what Jimmy said. As a Bears fan, you can target Roshan in late in drafts on the biggest Roshan truther. Yeah, so I actually really like Roshan as well. Let's see what his ADP is at 121. Don't mind that at all. Honestly, yes, I really like Roshan. I think he's going to benefit a ton with Caleb Williams coming in and improving the offense, hopefully. I am on Caleb Williams' side versus Justin Fields. Love Justin Fields as a player. Love him in fantasy, all that. It's just the contract situation. We're going to have to pay him in a few years, and he doesn't deserve that money, to be honest, with how inflated the market is after that Daniel Jones contract. That said, he just hasn't really shown too much progression. James Conner just got picked right in front of me. Oh, my God. I don't want to make like a massive reach, but oh, my God. I think I'm just going to – I don't care. I think I'm just going to take Tajay Spears here. Like, where do I have him ranked? Is this even a reach from me? Spears. I have him at like 68. Yeah, okay. Taking Tajay Spears. Oh, my God. So that's just a massive reach. I just look like an idiot. Do not do what I just did. James Conner literally went 1 pick before me. He is so old. That is so disappointing. Okay, 11 picks. Let's go. Caleb, are you great? Are you putting any bets on the Super Bowl? Yes. Shout out Marlena Clancy. Am I putting any bets on the Super Bowl? As Dylan said, the one bet, never bet against Mahomes, so we want the Chiefs to win. That is where I think it's going to happen. I see the Chiefs taking down the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I think the 49ers have a better overall roster. They're favored. I don't know if it's down to 1.5 or the line's at 2.5. I know it moved overnight by like a whole point, but never get betting against Mahomes. If you saw that stat from earlier from Dylan, you know why. Nah, Kittle on top. LT. Okay. Tyler Spears is going to be this year's Rashad White, so good pick. Thank you, Jamie. We'll say Spears. Yeah, the line jumped to 2.5 already. Yeah, I was going to say, I think the line is already moving up. In reality, it's just the fact that you can get Patrick Mahomes as an underdog. What are we doing here? We got to hammer that home. And we're looking at DeAndre Swift here next. Now, Swift, I have way too high. Why is Swift my 58th player overall? That's on me. Okay, Hawkins is also going to be interesting. Oh, Kyle Pitts with AP 100. Wait, can I get him on the turn? Am I picking 100? What's the play here? Okay, well, DeAndre Swift is gone. Wow. I think we're gonna go Kyle Pitts here. Show my true colors with Kyle Pitts once again. I mean, no shot. I'm taking Javonte Williams. That's just never happening. I don't even know where I have Kyle Pitts. All right. Well, once again, I get screwed. So Hawkinson, I saw a report that he just underwent surgery right now. So I think he's gonna miss half the year. Honestly, who knows? I saw some people saying like he's gonna be great for 2025, and I was like, okay, well. That is kind of extreme. I was kind of under the assumption that he was going to miss a little bit of time, but yeah, well, I did 2.5 already. Let's see. Spears. Same thing. Let's see. Okay, what's the plan now? So, yeah. Kyle Pitts. I'm a Kyle Pitts truth as a prospect. Arthur Smith is gone. I'm expecting him to unleash himself and just dominate. See where I got Marquise Brown? What's kind of where I'm looking at the board right now. Okay, I got Marquise Brown like 87, so I'd like that. Keon Coleman. Why is he at 100? There's no shot I am ever drafting Keon Coleman at 100, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised Pitts is that low. So where did he go compared to some of these other tight ends? Let's see. Tight ends are, what color are they? Blue. Okay, so let's look at the board real quick. Okay, actually, I'm about to pick, so let me do that first. Please do not take Marquise Brown. Oh my God, he took Keon Coleman over Marquise Brown. What an idiot. Ah, geez. I feel so bad because I feel like low-key, like some of these guys like might just come in and be watching because they see Underdog and then be like, oh, I'm in this guy's draft and expect to like snipe me. And then you just hear me call them an idiot. Anyway, yeah, we're going to go Marquise Brown here. Like the value. Let's kind of look at our roster construction real quick as well. We got 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 5 receivers, 1 tight end. I don't want to pencil myself in anywhere, but I think, yeah, I'm going to look Roshan and Chase Brown. I think those are definitely going to be my 2 options for next pick. Hopefully we can go Roshan at like 115 and then Chase Brown. Double tap that at 126. Really like the Kyler Murray value too. Obviously, I took Josh Allen out of panic. What do you think of Flowers' performance yesterday? Do you think Marquise Brown stays on the Cardinals? That's a great question, Jamie. I think he probably – it's tough. I think he does. I think the odds are that he stays with the Cardinals more likely than not. Either way, I think that they're going to bring in like Marvin Harrison Jr. via the draft or a wide receiver 1, which is actually going to be a good thing for him. He's just not built to play that wide receiver 1 role. He was pretty good with DeAndre Hopkins. Obviously, people were kind of drafting him very highly last year, expecting him to have like a massive breakout. But getting him at pick 102, I love that because you're kind of drafting him as like a wide receiver 4 on most teams. But he definitely should finish as a wide receiver 3, in my opinion, with even higher upside. So love that pick in best ball as well because of how explosive he is. But yeah, I think he's either going to get paid a good amount and go elsewhere, be a feature player in that offense, or he's going to stay here. The Cardinals have Kyler Murray for a whole year. Assuming they keep Kyler Murray, don't really see them trading him or doing anything with him. They're going to draft Marvin Harrison, Marvin Harrison's going to dominate, draw a ton of attention, let Marquise Brown play that wide receiver 2 role, and I think he should be very good, especially with that big play ability. What do you think of Zay Flowers' performance yesterday? Thought he was amazing. Zay Flowers was a player that I was actually not, very high on coming into the league. I really never drafted him in these underdog drafts, but proved me wrong coming out of Boston College, late declare, undersized, poor passing volume offense. I mean, he's been amazing this year. Let's see where Zay Flowers won this draft. Next, I kind of got. Oh, I already got my cue, so let's see. Zay Flowers ADP is 62. I think that's fair. We got to see how things shake out with the Ravens, but great game from Flowers yesterday. The Ravens, I really wanted the Ravens to win, even though I do like Mahomes. I'm an Odo fan, actually. That's why I wanted them to win, but kind of screwed them over low-key with that big play and then taunting celebration and that fumble. But, I mean, there was no one else doing anything, so it's not like you can really blame Zay Flowers too much the end of the day. But yeah, we're looking at Roshan Chase Brown here. I'm going to ask Jamie, actually. Thoughts on Chase Brown, Jamie? Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what you guys' thoughts are or anyone else. Let me know what you guys think about Chase Brown. Really like Chase Brown coming out of Illinois. He has that size. I don't know if it's going to show up here. I don't really want to, look up the exact measurements right now because I'm about to pick, but I can look it up on Google actually. Chase Brown size. I'd like to see his BMI, but I can pretty confidently say he has that BMI threshold. So yeah, he's 212 pounds. How tall is he? Let's go to the NFL Combine. We're on the clock. We're going to take Roshan here. Let's just make the pick here. Yeah, I'm taking Roshan over Khalil Herbert. I think Roshan's going to take over that role next year. So, yeah, Chase Brown's small, but he does weigh 209 pounds according to the NFL Combine prospect information. So, he can handle a nice workload, and he has great receiving down skills as well. So, Joe Mixon, who knows what the future is with him. He's getting up there in age. He's definitely falling off. So, I think Chase Brown is going to see a much better role. Oh, my God. Chase Brown just went right there, didn't he? Wow. Right here, I think we're looking at an easy Josh Downs pick, though. It just really sucks because, Jonathan Brooks here. So that's interesting. Jonathan Brooks here. I actually really like that pick. I actually really like Jonathan Brooks. Kind of just learning a little more about Jonathan Brooks recently, but do I go Jonathan Brooks here? Downs is a great value, though. I think I'm going to go Brooks because, again, I think the play in these pre-draft baseball tournaments is draft rookies. Brooks ends up in a great situation, saves my running back room, and I think if he's entering the draft this year, his agent and him obviously know something about his ACL injury and his recovery, how it's going to be very fast, how teams are still very interested in him. I think he's going to have a feature role year one because he's a rookie running back in this landscape. That's just kind of how it works. So we're looking at Jonathan Brooks here. If not, taking Josh Downs here to value won't be the end of the world. But I'm not a big Chase Brown fan. I think he has 5th round draft capital. So there's a chance brings in competition. Okay. Downs went, so we're going to take Jonathan Brooks here. And yeah, we'll look at that. Brooks did put up the same numbers as Bijan before he got hurt. Yeah, Brooks was amazing in college. It's just the ACL injury, but I will say we got Breece Hall coming off an injury, looking amazing finishes in the running back 2 in fantasy. Modern medicine is a real thing. I mean, these ACL injuries are getting increasingly more easy to treat as time goes on. So I'm not as worried about Brooks' injury in years past. But like I said, just the fact that he's coming out in this year's draft tells me all I really need to know about his ACL injury. Obviously, if he wasn't going to get good draft capital, people around the league didn't think that he was going to be drafted in the 2nd, 3rd round. Worst case scenario, I don't know if he wants to go in the 4th or he'd rather go back to school. Probably going to be a 2nd round pick. And if, he didn't think that he was going to be able to return and actually play in 2024, I don't see any reason why he would have declared So that's very telling for me. And then obviously as a player, he was just amazing in college, like you said, Jamie. Yeah, so I really like Jonathan Brooks actually. Oh, where's Braylon Allen going? I love Braylon Allen. 177. Wow. If there was anyone else I liked more, I probably would have passed on Brooks though to take Allen because I think in Dynasty, Allen is my running back 1 this year, but that's also because of his age. He broke out at 17, 18 years old at Wisconsin, 1,000 yards basically every year, and improved as a pass catcher. Maybe we're being a little biased with that Wisconsin running back pedigree, but I'm a big fan of Braylon Allen, so definitely going to find a way to take him in this draft. What do we really need? We're actually pretty balanced here. Quarterback, tight end, 4 running backs, 5 wide receivers. I don't really know what the play is. Like, these are kind of where my rankings go out the window. It's not that deep. Polk, where's Jalen McMillan? Okay, Jalen McMillan is not even ranked. That's going to be an easy 18th round selection for me. We probably go Troy Franklin here. Obviously, I'm not. Why is Elijah Moore being ranked this high? What is? Oh, this is like a really bad range. Oh, why are all these players just terrible? Oh my God, Troy Franklin just went. Oh my! Why am I going to take Elijah Moore here? Just because he's the best player according to 80? I mean, what? Why are all these guys so high? Who do I even take here? Elijah, I think we're gonna go Jalen Polk here, and then just oh my God, I gotta go Jalen Polk though. I'm just gonna take Jalen Polk because he has an ADP close to all these receivers. He's probably gonna get better draft capital than Jalen McMillan, even though I think Jalen McMillan actually has a better chances of outproducing him in the long term. I mean, Elijah Moore, Zach Moss, Curtis Samuel, Pat Freiermuth, I don't actually hate, but I already have a tight end, not doubling up on tight ends, especially in the middle rounds. Shaheed, Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, Kirk Cousins, what am I looking at right now? This is just disgusting range. I got to dig in and find some good value here. All right, let's look at the chat real quick. Let's see. Brooks, yeah. Love Brooks. Love Brooks. Okay, so maybe Michael Wilson wouldn't be the worst pick in the world, but I still want to follow ADP to an extent. All these guys suck. Zach Moss, interested in re-signing. I mean, Darren Waller is just terrible. I mean, where do I even go with this pick? I'm not taking Jonathan Mingo, I'll tell you that. Probably Wan'Dale Robinson, I guess. At this point, honestly, honestly, I probably would rather throw a dart at Quentin Johnson here over Wan'Dale Robinson. Yeah, the receiver and he had 78 targets in 2023. Okay. It's kind of tough. I actually really do like Wan'Dale. You think I could probably get, but I kind of want to double tap running back in the next round. Go reach on Braylon Allen. Probably going to go Wan'Dale just because of the ADP. Maybe Quentin Johnson falls. Just the wide receiver core sucks so bad. Hopefully they bring in a quarterback, but God, that's just terrible. Yeah, Quentin Johnson though, I really don't understand why expectations were so high for him last year. I mean, coming out of TCU, a relatively small school, he was just never the complete package as a prospect. We kind of all should have known that he needed time to develop. So I never really liked him at his price. I thought he was being overvalued, but now that everyone's kind of just throwing him into the fire and saying Quentin Johnson is a certified bust right now, I think that if you're going to call him a bust, you should have been saying that coming into the draft. He didn't really show too much promise or too much improvement, which always sucked, but He definitely has upside based on his skill set, his yak ability, his frame. He just needs to learn how to actually use his body to his advantage and compete at the NFL level. Oh my God, I forgot about Jaden Daniels. No. He was a player I was going to target because he's going to be the Anthony Richardson. I remember I got Anthony Richardson, like, I forget, super late in one of these drafts last year. And he was just obviously a phenomenal pick because he skyrocketed. But, I mean, Jaden Daniels, though, we kind of already expect him to go top 10 in a lot of mock drafts. So that's going to be interesting. Bucky Irving goes. Yeah, I kind of want to look at the board real quick. I think we're going to go Braylon Allen for sure here. So let's see. Anything interesting? Rashad White at pick 21. Pacheco 24. I don't love that. That said, he has been expanding his role as a receiver. So in this elite Chiefs offense, don't hate it too much. Derrick Henry at 31 is kind of, it's kind of crazy, but it just speaks to how bad the running back landscape is. See, we got some of these tight ends going. Laporte at 18 is wild. I don't know if he's supposed to go that high. Mark Andrews 47. Fair pick. I don't really love Andrews, but I think that's a fair price for him. David Njoku, yeah. Ooh, TJ Hawkinson is going to be so interesting. Trey McBride at 95. That seems like a great value to me. Hopefully Allen's not taken. No, he's not. We're going to scoop that up. But in this format in specifically, I'm kind of targeting some of these running backs. What I found worked well last year, I believe I drafted like HN and just threw a few darts at running backs that before they actually got landing spots because receivers, it isn't going to change too much, but a running back's landing spot is going to dramatically change their value. So Jonathan Brooks, Braylon Allen, I think they're both good enough prospects. They're actually my running back 1 and 2 in the class. So wherever they go in this year's draft, say one of them finds a good situation. Let's just say Braylon Allen goes to the Bills. Allen's going to skyrocket up boards, and he could obviously be a league winner in that offense, if he actually gets a role. Compared to James Cook, let's just say he goes to another great offense, and Jonathan Brooks, ends up going, I don't know. What's another good team that has a good offense but doesn't have a running back? Okay, I can answer that question later because I'm about to pick. Gee. Like, these players are actually terrible. I'm probably going to go Drake May here. Yeah, I'm actually definitely – where did Caleb Williams go, actually? 135 ADP. It's kind of interesting. Kind of thought he'd be a little higher. Not saying I think he should go higher, but rookie fever is a real thing. Definitely taking Drake May over like Geno Smith, though. Daniel Jones. He has elite rushing upside. He's going to have day one starting job security, so should be an easy pick for me. Please. Okay, no, he has 2 quarterbacks. No, he takes May here, right? Though I don't really know if that's necessarily the best pick in the world. Ooh, like Noah Fant here. See if we can get him next round. I mean, where else do I want to go with this, though? Hunter Henry? No, thank you. Treylon Burks? Don't know if I can take him again this year. I mean, we have 5 running backs, 7 wide receivers. I mean, if I want to go running back, Gus Edwards? No, thank you. Where's Dobbins going? I'm looking at that. I think... it doesn't really make too much sense with this team. Like, honestly, it's probably a bad. I just love the value here getting May. Let's see where Dobbins is going. He's not even being drafted. Jeez. All right, so I'm probably going to grab him late. Vikings need a good running back. Yeah, that's true. If you went to the Vikings, that would be a great fit. So, yeah, like I was saying, you were saying, let's just say Jonathan Brooks or Braylon Allen goes to the Vikings. They got Kirk Cousins comes back. Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, hopefully, for half the year. Justin Jefferson, whatever they do in free agency. He automatically becomes a top, 80 player. So in these, pre-draft best ball tournaments, I'd say the best advice I could give is draft these running backs. Draft further rookies, draft running backs. Quarterbacks, not going to, drastically change too much. Wide receiver, probably not too much as well, but running backs will have a massive swing based on their landing spot. So let's see where I want to go from here. Let's see. I really don't have many other rankings here. I definitely need to I'm excited though because new drafts means new ADP. New ADP means that I can update my rankings as well. Okay. Oh, I can actually read chat here as well. Cowboys are going to need a running back, but probably going to get one in free agency. Ravens, Texans. Oh, yeah. Texans would be super interesting too. So, like you're saying, if let's say Brooks went to the Ravens, he becomes a RB2 probably in these drafts. But, I mean, where am I going to get? Like, these players are just so bad. I forgot how bad it can get down here. How many rounds do we have left? I always forget. And then just like mistime my roster construction. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds left. God, I hate Xavier Leggett already. Measured in had a terrible start to the offseason. Measured in very undersized compared to what people thought he was at the Senior Bowl. Maybe I'll go to the Senior Bowl one year. But if I wanted to go, the year probably would have been this year, so I could see my boy Michael Penix. There's actually some pretty good talent in the Senior Bowl this year compared to previous years, so would have been interesting. Let's see. Texans landing spot would be spicy for any of these guys. I think we go Fant here, right? Yeah. Noah Fant. I was actually going to make an article about Noah Fant. So let's talk about him real quick. Noah Fant. Let's not forget. Noah Fant was the tight end. He was a top 5 dynasty tight end on Keep Trade Cut not too long ago. I mean, to lie, like 4 years ago. But it's not like this was an eternity ago. Fant was a great prospect coming in. He just never really developed. But we're just so spoiled with, we're going to take Fant here. Need another tight end. Recently, we've been so spoiled with guys like Sam Laporta, Dalton Kincaid for part of the year, just coming in and lighting the NFL on fire. But historically, these tight end prospects have taken so long to break out. So let's look at a guy like David Njoku. Coming out of Miami, great prospect, but never breaks out until his 7th year, even though the Browns run a great offense. It's more just about how long it takes them to develop and not necessarily the situation as much. And you see it right here. Where is David Njoku? I believe he went like 84. Yeah. Njoku goes 84. Fant, I'm getting him. I think he's probably a better prospect than Njoku. I'm getting him at pick 187. So he leaves Seattle, goes somewhere where they need a tight end, and I think that could be a guy that just has an opportunity to rise up boards. Like, if you guys haven't played best ball already, there is no point in drafting, handcuffs here, safe players. No. These are big money tournaments, $150,000 prize pool. So shooting for upside, that's why I'm going with guys like J.K. Dobbins. Who knows what's going to happen to J.K. Dobbins? But this time last year is going around like, pick 50, pick 60. So maybe he makes a miraculous recovery. Unfortunately, don't really see that happening. But maybe he does. Skyrockets up boards. So how many rounds do we have left? 4 rounds? Probably hold on and then draft. Go Dobbins, then McMillan in my next 2 rounds. Marshawn Lloyd would be interesting. I'm a huge fan of Penix. Are you worried about him staying healthy in the NFL? In a second. Where's Penix going right now? 240. Yeah. Really no point in drafting him here because I already have May, but let me lock in real quick. Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson was bad. Don't get me wrong, but he was really never on the field. Efficiency-wise, he was actually one of the more efficient running backs from a pass-catching perspective. So this is actually an easy pick for me here. We can go Antonio Gibson. His situation changes in free agency. Maybe he actually becomes what people were hoping he was going to be as a rookie in his 2nd year. Again, ton of upside with Gibson. Obviously, there's a very high chance that he just is the same old player that he always has been and just can't hold on to the ball, has those same issues. But we're at round 17? I don't care about that. I care about upside. Okay, so Jamie asked me about Penix. Huge fan of Penix. Are you worried about him staying healthy in the NFL? Now, my answer for that is no, because just the way I play fantasy football, and I think you should, especially in a redraft perspective, is I don't play scared. I don't play with, this guy is going to get an injury. That's kind of the same way I was with Tua when people were super low on him on these concussions. And you see, people are like, Tua is for sure going to get a concussion this year. But you really can't predict that, especially at quarterback position. Especially when Penix, I know there are studies that are proven like, oh, running the ball actually doesn't reduce like a quarterback's probability of getting injured. I think these rushing quarterbacks do have a higher chance of getting injured just inherently by their play style. Penix is not like that. Penix is going to stay in the pocket. I know he's had, a very, very rough injury history, but I think at the same time that's kind of built him up. He hasn't been injured in the past few years, and I think he can have a successful career in the NFL. Obviously, if he gets an injury, and it's going to be more detrimental to his long-term career than if, let's say, Caleb Williams went down. But that said, it's not like, Penix is at more risk of getting injured, and like a higher risk of getting injured than Drake May, Caleb Williams, or any of these other quarterbacks. It's just kind of like a freak thing. And if you want to argue injuries, I think Penix realistically has a lower chance of getting injured because he doesn't actually run the ball. He's a decent in the pocket, but he definitely doesn't have a ton of rushing upside. So not too concerned about Penix and his injuries in the NFL. So I just put that in the chat as well. Not too concerned. It's almost impossible to predict injuries. I know I'm on the clock. We're going to take Dobbins here. Which is true. I mean, realistically, I'm not a doctor. You're not a doctor. Who knows? We really don't know what's going to happen with these players. We can't predict injuries. No one can. So I'm just going to draft a player as if, there's just as good of a chance they'll get injured as, any of the other players in the league. So probably going to wrap things up with Jalen McMillan. And then what time is it? 9:30. These are only $3 drafts, so I'm probably going to hop into another one. I feel like I kind of messed a lot of things up in this draft just by getting the live stream started. I probably should have, taken my time more. Maybe I could have had a better team, but okay, we have 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. I'm going to go tight end here. Oh, wow. Who are these players? Who is Delon Holiker? I mean, I really hope I'm not a casual, but what? Okay, Noah Gray, if Kelsey retires, I think could be a fantastic selection here. And I mean, who else am I going to pick? Who is Delon Holiker? I've never heard of this guy. What about Tavion Sanders? Is he still drafted? Okay. So I'm already found him. Where did Bowers go? It's actually very interesting. 108. Actually, I really like that pick. Hey, I'm going to target some of these players on the next draft. Yeah, I'm going to go McMillan first. Actually, I'm going to go Noah Gray. I doubt anyone snipes McMillan. Marshawn Lloyd is an interesting prospect. I definitely want to dive more into him. Never heard of that guy either. Yeah, I literally have no clue who that is. I'm going to look him up. Who is Delon Holiker? Delon Holiker. Okay. Is he a rookie? Colorado State tight end. Was he good? 64 receptions, 767 yards, 6 touchdowns. I mean, at Colorado State? Is this a 4th-year senior? I mean, okay. This really shouldn't matter. But I would definitely much rather have like Noah Gray, even like Mo Alley Cox, as bad as he's been. Tyler Higbee, maybe even Johnny Smith. Like, I'm not taking that. Okay, we're gonna take Noah Gray here. People are gonna get really excited about him if Kelsey retires, and I kind of bet against Kelsey in this draft, so we're kind of gonna go with that correlation that Kelsey maybe retires. Cody Schrader is a rookie I'll be keeping an eye on. I'll be honest, I have no idea who that guy is. Yeah. Do you want to tell me a little bit about him, Jamie? Because I'm just a casual, I guess. Cody Schrader. Who is Cody Schrader? Okay. Oh, I actually do know a little bit about him from the zoo. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. 1,600 yards? Nice size. Decent receiver. Okay. You may have put me on, Jamie. I mean, like, obviously, Mizzou's not a massive football school, but when you got a guy putting up, it's not like they're terrible either, so handles a massive work. 276 carries is insane. So 5.6 yards per carry. I mean, wow, those are crazy stats. And it's not like Mizzou is like, it's not like we're like a Division III school. Like Mizzou is like still a good football program. I don't really know much about his. I think he's playing the Senior Bowl. Yeah. Okay. Is he a senior? So I only see 2 years of stats on him. So I'm not really sure what happened with his college career, to be honest. But yeah, Senior Bowl is definitely something I'm going to keep an eye on more this year than ever, because I think there's actually some pretty good prospects. This is kind of like a year where we're getting some of these COVID rollovers. So probably be a 5th-round pick in the NFL. So yeah, kind of like he'll probably end up in like a Chase Brown role, and he's actually a pretty good player. Definitely need to dive more into him. We're going to take Jalen McMillan here. We're going to take a break from Cody, and I'm going to talk about Jalen McMillan. So my draft is actually over. I'll show you guys the team real quick after I talk about McMillan, but McMillan's a player I really like. I think he's going to get 3rd to 4th round draft capital, and he's not the vertical threat, going to be a phenomenal player from a real life perspective like maybe Jalen Polk is, but he's more of a shifty, elusive guy that can play in the slot, get a ton of receptions. And as a sophomore, he actually broke out with Michael Penix, catching 79 passes for over 1,000 yards. He really struggled with injuries this last year, which is kind of why he was, especially struggling, playing behind Roma Dunze. Jalen Polk was very good. I think he's honestly could be better than Polk though. Post-injury. It's just kind of the fact that he's been really recovering, tough target competition, but a slot player, hopefully get decent draft capital. Really like him and his value, obviously getting him in the last round compared to like where we got Polk. But yeah, let's look at this draft real quick. Don't know how my screen looks, to be honest. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay, this is our team. We went 2 quarterbacks, 7 running backs, 8 receivers, 3 tight ends. So pretty standard, like balanced build. Quarterbacks, we got Josh Allen, pick 19, Drake May, pick 81. Yeah, I mean, I kind of had to pick another. There's not like there was anyone else that I really liked, so don't mind that Drake May pick. Then for our running backs, we got Travis Etienne, Tajay Spears, Roshan Johnson, Jonathan Brooks, Braylon Allen, Antonio Gibson, J.K. Dobbins. Running backs definitely weak, but Etienne, don't mind that there. Don't love Etienne, but I think he's still going to be a running back, low-end running back 1 this year. Tajay Spears, I love that pick. I think he can definitely finish as an RB2, assuming we have Derrick Henry going elsewhere. Roshan Johnson, an RB3, I think with his pass catching upside, hopefully improved Bears offense, has week-to-week RB2 upside. Jonathan Brooks, Braylon Allen, 2 rookies. I think one of them could for sure be a running back 2 as a rookie if they get good landing spots. And I think honestly, based on their talent, one of them could end up in like the Ravens, Texans, whatnot. Gibson, Dobbins, 2 talented players, have their own respective issues, but I'm going to take a shot on them late. The wide receiver, we're more wide receiver focused. We went Amon-Ra St. Brown, T. Higgins. Really like T. Higgins. Think he could end up a spot like Texas and be an alpha wide receiver and honestly be a 2nd round, 3rd round pick by the end of these drafts. So like that pick. JSN, that's my guy. I think JSN should definitely finish as a wide receiver 3. Godwin, really like him. Down year, but with Mike Evans leaving, could see an increased role, assuming Baker stays back. Really like that pick. Marquise Brown, like him as well. Then we kind of went Polk, Wandell, Jalen McMillan, all 3 upside guys, not too much. And we have Kyle Pitts. Now, Kyle Pitts, I am very, very high on. This year, I kind of jumped the gun with Arthur Smith getting fired. Haven't dove too crazy into him and what situations should look like this year. But what I'm betting on is Arthur Smith just completely screwed him over. He was arguably the best rookie tight end of all time, getting over 1,000 yards. I mean, we have Mike Ditka, Bears legend. Even as a Bears fan, I'm going to say that was so long ago that doesn't even really count. Just didn't have a great rookie season from fantasy-wise because he only had one touchdown, but we see he can score touchdowns in college. That's more of a volatile stat. He should be getting a quarterback. In fact, there's no way they're rolling into 2024 with Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke. Has some good weapons to surround him, improve the offense, and Drake London, Bijan Robinson. Like that. Noah Fant, expect him to sign elsewhere. Good prospect. Gray, obviously, just a third tight end with injury insurance, bye weeks, and whatnot, but definitely has a ton of upside if Kelsey, misses time because he's older, or obviously if he leaves, I don't really know if they're going to adjust the tight end position. Noah Gray could just be a successor and look decent in time. So the more I look at it, definitely actually really like this team. So kind of happy how it came out when I was just like scrambling for picks for most of the draft. But I'll read the chat real quick. I think I'm going to hop into one more. Got Roshan. That's all you need to win. 100%, Jamie. 100%. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to hop into another one. I think I'm probably just going to grind out these little boards because I mean, we're this early in the offseason. I kind of just doing this for learn more about these values. I'll probably end up doing one $10 big board because that's what I did last year. And I actually did pretty well on it. So I'm going to be too surprised. But I'm actually going to pull. I don't know if this is going to screw things up. Can I pull up under? I hope this doesn't screw anything up, but I'm going to try. Okay. Yeah, actually, I don't know. It's probably going to screw things up. Can I open another win? I don't want to switch back and forth, though. I think I can log in on my phone. Right? And I can see that draft? Yeah. So, yeah, I want to see where, the mistakes were made. Let's just look back at that one real quick. Let's look back at that draft. Because there's a few players that I really want to target. So, look at the board real quick. I want to look at Brock Bowers in the next draft. I want to look at Trey McBride. Tight end values, I'm definitely not going to take Kyle Pitts just because I don't want to go all in on him excessively like I did the year before. I'm a little scared of that, to be honest. Jaden Daniels, I can probably win in quarterback values like him and Kyler late. I really like Daniels. I want to do a Jaden Daniels team here. But let's look at who we could look at in the second round. Don't mind the Amon-Ra pick. I just didn't really love my Josh Allen pick. So, where else do we really go with that? Olave, where'd Olave go? I think I'm just a little, his ADP is a little messed up. So, hopefully I can get, near the end. Because I felt like it was too early to take him at 19. But if you went 25, I have him ranked at 16. I'll definitely take Olave here. Interested to see Marv go at 27. I mean, really hard to project where Marv should be going. But I think third, fourth round is fair. Probably would like to see him go more in the middle, but I mean, I guess really would I rather have Marv or DK, Diggs, even ETN, Henry? Probably I'd rather have Marv. So fair enough, I guess. Pittman as well. Pittman. So want to go after Olave and Pittman in the second, third round. That's probably where I could have done better. And then, I mean, I guess we take Kamara here. I kind of doubt they let him go. So yeah, it's probably I could have done better in that draft. But I mean, that's enough. That's enough talking. Let's get back into one. I'm excited. I know it's gonna fill instantly, so just gonna load this up. Check chat again real quick. And pull up my rankings because I can do this on my phone now. That's all right. Let's see. See if we got any more chats. Do you draft different in non-tournament leagues? Play it more safe or wouldn't take handcuffs? Yeah, in non-tournament leagues, I definitely play it more safe because then it actually matters. In the late rounds, it's not these are guys that you're going to get off the waiver wire. So in the later rounds, I'm more willing to take a backup running back because, they're maybe if say your running back goes down week 1, he's going to be the waiver wire priority. In these drafts, obviously, there's no waiver wire, so there's not really much else you can do. So, definitely draft more in non-tournaments because non-tournaments you kind of want to, raise your floor as well. And it's obviously not like you have like a massive prize pool where the difference between you don't get any. You have to get top 2 to advance. Like it's win or go home. That said, I do like to play it more aggressive. My kind of motto when drafting is, if you're not first, you're last. So that said, definitely more on the risk-taking side no matter what. But Marlena Klein said you should do more of these. I 100% agree. I am already addicted, so definitely going to do that. All right, let's hop into another draft. I'll just put, nice little motivational message, though. A little more safe. That said, I did have that same model this year in my home league, and I was, in fact, not first. I did, in fact, come last, which is why I'll be drinking a gallon of milk. Then I'm running a mile, so maybe you don't want to take that advice if you have a home league punishment like that, But yeah, let's look at this again. I like a top 5 pick here. Top 5 pick would be beautiful, and actually, I wouldn't mind just not like 7 or 8, please, because I like the values in the back end of the second and third, and I like the elite first tier in the first 5 picks. So either one of those would be great. So we're doing battery rise, 21%. Hopefully it's not too laggy or anything. Let me know if it is. Yeah. Gonna fire up. Okay, new draft. Okay, I say we're in the back, right? 112. I don't. That's kind of tough. What if like that first? Oh no, our stomachs are made to hold a whole gallon of milk. That's made not meant not to hold a whole gallon of milk. Make sure you have a barf bucket. Yeah. I'm not excited for that at all. My goal is not throw up, so it's definitely a possibility. But I don't think I've ever actually thrown up from running. But at the same time, I've never drank a whole gallon of milk before running, so not looking forward. Yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to it all, Jamie. Let's see. All right, so we're at the 112. I actually really need to be looking at where I want to take these players. Ooh, okay. So I actually have Breece Hall pick 12. I was thinking maybe I could get him here, but doubt that's gonna happen. Kyron. I think I'm gonna go Kyron here. Oh, I probably can't get him. I actually don't mind anchoring out of a running back. I think the move here is we're gonna split running back wide receiver. I really like Garrett Wilson. He's actually my 11th overall player in my ranking. So getting him at 13, definitely not too mad about that. And really anyone else, I'm totally fine with taking. I don't know if anyone's gonna slip, but we definitely take Gibbs, Robinson. So I think the key we're going to set up right now is I do have JT above Kyron, which is honestly probably fair. I think just JT is, Kyron, he was great last year. Don't get me wrong. It's more the question I have about the Rams offense. What's Kupp going to look like next year? Are they going to rebuild? Are they going to draft a quarterback? What's Stafford's future going to be? Is he washed? Who knows? It's a lot of questions. Kyron's been great. I really don't even want to use his draft capital as an argument against him because in this landscape, none of these running backs are truly safe. But I'm really there's a question about the situations. Taylor, I think, with Anthony Richardson, yes, probably going to take away some rushing touchdowns. But that said, honestly, I think these rushing quarterbacks kind of help offset these running backs getting vultured, unless you're Jalen Hurts, who gets an absurd amount of 1-yard touchdowns with the touch push. But with these running quarterbacks, you do have to remember that it opens up a lot more lanes for the running backs, because when they hold onto the ball longer, these linebackers can't only commit to the running back. They got to, hold their ground like a half second longer, because Anthony Richardson has the ability to pull it from Jonathan Taylor and take off for 60 yards. So I don't really know. I don't really think he does have that little like Cam Newton type 1 yard jump, but I don't think he's going to vulture Taylor as much. I think it's going to be a more offsetting thing. Definitely going to take Bijan if he falls, but we're kind of looking at Bijan, either Bijan or JT, and then we're going to go Garrett Wilson here as well. As long as Garrett Wilson doesn't get sniped, actually, I'm fine with that. Yeah, so we're going to see B's going to go off the board. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to take Jonathan Taylor here. Double tapped out with Garrett Wilson. And now we are 22 picks away. I have Breece Hall ranked at more 7 or 8. Let me look at some of my rankings. Yeah, honestly, looking back on it, A.J. Brown's too high. It's just, what is Aaron Rodgers going to be next year? I don't know. I don't really know if anyone knows. He's very old, coming off a torn Achilles. Though, I will say, like, at the same time, Breece Hall was so good last year coming off an injury with a terrible offense, so you would expect they only get better. I don't know. I just really like Bijan Robinson because I think they're going to have an elite offense. I think he's a better prospect than Hall. But we kind of already saw with Hall. I think actually you're right. I think I have to move. I think what I'm going to do for now at least is I'm going to move A.J. Brown down to 12. And I'm going to move Bijan, Gibbs, and Breece Hall. So I'm going to have Bijan at – so I have Amon at 6, Bijan at 7, Gibbs 8, Breece Hall 9. But that's kind of a tier, so that's subject to change. Honestly, though, next year, I may have Hall jumping Gibbs as well. I think Montgomery kind of faded out, not because he's a bad player, but because he was dealing with an injury. I think what we saw at the beginning of the season, we are going to see to some extent in 2024. And Montgomery's not going anywhere. He has a pretty big contract, 3 years, $18 million. So he's still going to have a feature role. Love Gibbs, but yeah, I think I'm going to go, Hall above Gibbs, looking at it. And getting reaffirmed by that underdog, ADP is – yeah, I kind of really agree with that now. Good point. So Pittman and Olave would be really nice. See who we're picking here. 36. This might be tough. I think a broken down Rodgers helps them rely on Breece. That's true, actually. They are probably, it's just the thing of ego Aaron Rodgers. I feel like he's going to try and do everything himself, and he's going to, demand and complain about not being able to throw the ball as much, and the Jets are just realistically, like, we got Hall complaining about social media. We got, terrible rumors from this year. Zach Wilson obviously had just a god-awful time. So don't have faith that the organization is going to stand up to Rodgers and actually rely on Breece Hall. But that's true. I think they should. And I think they are going to an extent. I just don't know if they're going to do it to a massive extent just based on how Aaron Rodgers is as a football player. But we're 12 picks away. Maybe we go Marvin Harrison here. I think I like the pick. So, who else is really in this range for me? Maybe I can get my first Marvin Harrison share in the offseason. Let's see who's around this range. Where's Drake London going? That's gonna be interesting. Drake London 54. Gonna target him. Okay, let me put in these cues though. Jaden Daniels. Let's put in Bowers as well. Is there anyone else I'm missing? I said I want to target. I don't mind Kelsey either. Oh, wait. But I'm kind of betting against Kelsey. We'll see. I don't know. I don't mind Kelsey, though. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck here. I'll take Diggs for sure. Realistically, he's probably not going to fall. Okay, so Olave and Pittman are already off the board. Harrison Jr.'s off the board. Oh, no. Harrison Jr.'s off the board. Pittman's still on the board. Where do I have Keenan Allen ranked? I know he just suffered an injury. I know he's very old, but I have him at 32. I mean, who else am I really going to go here? I like T. Higgins, but I do want to diversify, especially in these early drafts. They have Laporta here. I did complain about him going very high last draft, but I do have him actually. Okay, I have him ranked at 22 overall, so That still might be a little bit too high. I do want to target Brock Bowers, though. And I don't really want to do like a heavy – I want this draft, like the plan right here is to go Daniels and then maybe like another tight end value like later. So probably going to pass on that actually. 5 picks away. I doubt I get Pittman. I don't really see a world I get Pittman. I don't mind Devonta Smith. I mean, I have him back-to-back with T. Higgins, and I took T. Higgins last draft, so. Did Keenan Allen already go off the board? Okay, Pittman's gone. Keenan Allen already went, so we're probably just going to go Devonta Smith here, and then if he goes, then I actually don't really know if he goes. That's going to be very scary. We'll probably just go Waddle. Waddle is definitely, he was bad this year, but he was also doing a ton of injuries. Oh, shoot, we have back-to-back. Oh, I forgot about that. Pacheco, where do I have Pacheco rank? That's going to be interesting. I actually have no idea where I have Pacheco rank because I feel like he's kind of high. Okay, I have him at 43, so yeah, I definitely have him. I'm a little lower on Pacheco. What about like James Cook? Okay, James Cook like 42 as well. I'd probably rather take shoot. Do I like double tap wide receiver here? I like Keenan in the 3rd round. Me too. I have him at like 32, so we'll like to get him. That kind of sucks. Do I double tap receiver here? I mean, honestly, like any input Jamie here? Ah, geez. Okay, so that's out the window. I really don't want to. Okay, Pacheco though. Okay, James Cook. Like this is actually like the worst case scenario. I don't really love either of these players. Ah, geez, this is bad. I'm probably just gonna go James Cook here for the running back value. Like, where else do we have? Like, Kamara. I'd probably have Cook. He did pop this year. Okay, let's just take Cook for running back. I really don't like. Where do I have Waddle ranked? Him at 34. I have him actually pretty high. So, I did do a good amount of research on this. I'm gonna put if I have Waddle this high, I'm gonna put him high. I think the upside's here. I think he was being drafted a little too high last year. I think he was going like 18, like 19, like mid, early 2nd round. But now that you're getting him in the 3rd round, late 3rd round, early 4th round, I like that price a lot more, especially when it's, Tyreek Hill getting 1 year older. He was obviously an amazing player. It just really seemed like nothing was going his way. He was just dealing with injuries, but I really like this turn is so tough. I go Pacheco as a top 13 running back or James Cook. Yeah, I was definitely wanting to split there. So yeah, I ended up taking James Cook. Hopefully James Cook. Hopefully James Cook monster 2024 season. I mean, I really hope so. I just feel like I'm getting screwed in the 3rd and 4th round, like every time. Like, just these values are so weird, and ADP is just it's so tough right now. Okay, Laporta goes. Okay, let's see. Let's look back at the draft board here. I like what I did in the 2nd round this time, but that's because it was basically the end of the 1st round. So yeah, I kind of screwed that again. Okay. Let's see. We got Amon from the Fantasy Trading Room texting me. Tell him he wants to talk to pull up to the live chat. I have 2 more potential writers. Okay, well, that's great news. Tell him to pull it to my live. He's not coming. But kind of fake. Okay. So we're 12 picks away. Maybe I go Drake London here. T. Higgins. Okay, I actually wouldn't mind Kamara here. Don't mind Henry here either, actually. But I already have 2 running backs. Don't mind the values. I'm probably going to go. Okay, we're probably going to go Drake London here. Took JSN. I feel like Reed is a bit of a reach, but at the same time, like, who else would I rather have surrounding him? Like, I don't really know. I think the upside's definitely there. Maybe Odunze. He goes to Chicago. Caleb Williams. Honestly, Odunze, because he's more that, I think he's more that prototypical wide receiver one than Jaden Reed. I think I'm betting on Christian Watson. Ooh, that's another name I forgot to write down. Christian Watson. I didn't really forget. I just didn't get him last time. But yeah, let's go like London and Odunze for the upside. I like that a lot. If I could get like Henry or Kamara, I'd still take that. Kind of go more of like a bullish running back look. Are you willing to reach on players ADP drafting to the turn? Yeah, 100%. That's why I was kind of like the last draft I was definitely more focused on ADP, but there wasn't like a player. I really liked a few guys like at the turn. It was either between like I said, I wanted like Smith, Pacheco, James Cook, or Waddle. James Cook and Waddle were my last choices, but yeah, maybe I should have reached on the Porta. If I wasn't trying to target Bowers and like maybe Jaden Daniels, do like a kind of like a heavy running back wide receiver build after I just did like got Kittle or Pitts and then Allen, I would be fine reaching on like a guy like Sam Laporta where he's an ADP of 42 and I'm picking at what? 36? Yeah, definitely fine reaching on guys at the turn. We're going to probably go Henry though if we still can. Kind of bully running back strat would be nice. I don't know if he okay, so this guy's one running back. If he goes, he's probably going to go to Sketch Boy. We'll see. Okay, he goes to London. Okay, so wait. Okay, but that actually means we need to lock in anyway because that's one of our guys down. We're going to get Henry Odunze. Do I go like, okay, Nick Chubb is actually being drafted very high. Okay, Henry's, he goes Stroud. Okay, thank God. Okay, nice. Okay, we're going to go Henry and Odunze here. I really like that pairing, actually. Very balanced team. More of a running back build because you do automatically start 3 wide receivers and only 2 running backs. But I'm actually liking this team. Waddle at wide receiver 2 is a little shaky, but I think for a best ball league where I really only care about upside for the most part anyway, I don't mind that pick at all. And on Dunze, hopefully he gets top 10 draft capital, goes to a team like the Bears, maybe he goes to the Chargers. Probably not. I think they're at 5, right? So they would almost 100% have a chance at Malik Neighbors and obviously take Malik over Odunze. Where did Malik go in this draft? His AP is 49. Okay. Maybe I want to get some more shares of Malik. And maybe I should have reached on – maybe like I reach on what's his name? I just said it. Malik Neighbors instead of Waddle there. But I do really like Waddle as a prospect still, and I really like Tua on that Dolphins offense. So let's see. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this team? It's definitely interesting. Let's see. Thoughts on the team, Jamie? I'll read it out because I know Jamie's 100% still in here. Okay, so we got Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, Derrick Henry, Garrett Wilson, Waddle, and Romo Odunze through 6 rounds. So, yeah, like I said, we're gonna try and target quarterback late. Let me see where what's his name? Jaden Daniels went in the last draft, so I can kind of get a better idea of where. Because I don't know if 176 is exactly very accurate. Let's see the board. I think we only went like once. Oh, we went 156. So, yeah, like 20 spots above is actual like ADP. But Neighbors could rival Harrison the best rookie wide receiver. Yeah, Neighbors I think is very good. He's obviously the wide receiver 1 in any other class. almost basically, but this one, James Conner, I would really like as well. That would be a very bully running back, but Brian Thomas Jr. interesting. But yeah, talking about Malik Neighbors. Yeah, I really didn't like him at first, just kind of because same reason, like he's kind of getting slept on almost a little bit because Marvin Harrison's so good. People are like, oh, Malik Neighbors is almost better than Marv. I was like, okay, let's stop that. But he's very close. I'm looking at his tape, very few flaws in his game, dominated with Jaden Daniels, and he broke out as a junior, so he's probably going to get top 5 to 10 draft capital. Don't really know what else you'd want. And yeah, honestly, maybe I should have reached on him there because if he goes to the Chargers, people are in love with Herbert and Harbaugh. He's going to skyrocket in ADP. So maybe I should have reached on, what's his name? Malik Neighbors. I don't know why I keep forgetting his name, but maybe I'll reach on him in a draft. Hopefully I'll probably do one of these tomorrow as well. But see, Tyler Spears goes 72. So getting him where I did last draft was actually a good price. But let's see what we're looking at here. I like the team. Odunze could be an interesting contributor. Yeah, I agree. I think Odunze definitely should be, assuming he gets like very high draft capital. Right now, I think he's at Tankathon, 9 to the Bears. So would love that landing spot. Gives him a instant role in that offense with Caleb Williams. Gets a chance to play next to DJ Moore. Otherwise, goes elsewhere. I mean, maybe he falls like a little bit and then ends up as like a wide receiver in a much better situation. But I'm actually liking the team right now and don't typically love drafting. I'm more of a 0 RB type drafter, but running backs, running backs killed you last year, but just when you think a strategy is dead, that's when it comes back and just saves you the next year. So this, honestly, at the rate the fantasy community works, that's just how it's going to be going. Because the fantasy universe is unforgiving. Let's see. James Conner. I don't think he's going to, he's still high up there. Najee Harris. I don't really know what to do with Najee Harris. I'm not taking him there. Well, who am I taking then? Okay, so I am at the turn. So this would be like an example like what you're saying, Jamie. I guess I would probably reach on Christian Watson. It's not really a reach, though. He's only like 5 picks. Past ADP. I'd probably go DeAndre, but I have so many wide receivers. I like drafting for value, but there's so many I'll probably just take one of these guys like Mostert, probably getting a little underrated, and I could stack that with Waddle. Yeah, I want to talk about stacking more, but I really haven't had a chance to do it. I think stacking definitely is the way to go in these small buy-in tournaments, big prize pools. A lot of teams I found, because it's either it decreases how many players you need to hit on. So if you're betting on the Packers offense being great, and let's say I took Christian Watt, or we'll use the Dolphins here because that's probably what I'm going to do. We already have Jalen Waddle, then we take Raheem Mostert, and then let's say we grab Tua later. Dolphins offense is proves everyone wrong. It's elite next year. Okay, well, as I was starting my spiel, Mostert got taken from me, and David Montgomery. So now I'm just left looking like an idiot. We're gonna let Christian Watson. I'm gonna go. So Swift. I have Swift pretty high. I don't really want another running back though. I don't need another running back. So what's the move here? Do I go? Jeez. Okay, so we get Christian Watson there. What about Mike Williams? I have 93. Where do I have Marquise Brown? Oh, shit. Let me just worst case scenario, I think we take Marquise Brown again. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to take Marquise Brown. There's no stacking opportunity with Watson, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm going to take Marquise Brown again. If I'm drafting a player, I like to spread out my player and my, what's it called, shares. But if I'm drafting a player, if he's at good value, I'm going to keep taking him. I'm not just going to draft Najee Harris or Brian Robinson over Marquise Brown just for the sake of, spreading out my my players, especially when I already have 3 running backs on the board. But let's see. Do I take – okay, so I think the plan here, we probably take Daniels at that 132 turn. And then hopefully I probably get a – maybe I reach on Bowers there, but I think it's a little maybe I should have done that actually. Probably would have been smart. Yeah. Oh, but Trey McBride's here. Okay. So, yeah, the plan here is definitely to go play I like at the 108 and then pair that with like Bowers and McBride at the turn. Who do I like here, though? I like Kyle Pitts. I like Kyler Murray, but we're probably going to go target Daniels here. This is rough. Nothing I really would like to build my team like position wise. Okay, Swift's not gonna fall. Honestly, yeah. Whoever just falls to ADP, we're like 18 picks away. Really have no idea, to be honest. I like TJ Hawkins' value a lot. Love Trey McBride. Yeah, me too. I'm really surprised McBride is this low. I mean, in the dynasty community, he's the tight end 4. I was kind of a little lower on McBride. I was ranking Pitts ahead of him just because I think McBride did benefit a little bit much from being the only receiver on that offense with Kyler Murray. I think they're going to bring in, and he was not incredibly efficient, but he was getting a lot of his production based on targets and receptions, which is very projectable. That said, I think they take Marvin Harrison or wide receiver 1. It is going to cut into that target share, ever so slightly. And I really just like Pitts as well. But McBride, I mean, he's had a great season. He's a great prospect. Tight end 1 in that 2022 class, even though it was pretty weak. He did go in the second round and then broke out this year. So he's a great value here. I like the TJ Hawkinson value a lot. TJ Hawkinson is one of my favorite players in the NFL. It's just a thing of I don't know his injury. He could be out for 8 games. He could be out for the year. Where do I have him ranked right now? I think I have him yeah, that's not updated. I don't know why is it okay, that 47 was with that was with the news that he was going to play only miss 4 to 6 games, but now there's talking he could miss half the year. I'm probably gonna have to double and put him the 80s. So yeah, I'd still be ahead of him than consensus. Honestly, yeah, maybe I go if I can't get I'm going to go Bowers, though. I kind of want to build this a rookie, high upside team, though. That said. No, I really like TJ Hawkinson. He's a great player. He was my tight end 1 in Dynasty, even coming to the year before, he went down. But love checking right. One of adults can be a sneaky player pending the Broncos quarterback situation. I've never been a huge fan of Greg Dulcich, but that was mainly because they brought in Adam Troutman with Sean Payton. What's their depth chart looking like right now? Broncos depth chart. But I will say he has more upside than Troutman. Yeah, he's not. So Troutman, was the starter. Not a player that I'm over the moon about, but if I have to draft a tight end tight end 3 in the last rounds, when I'm looking at guys like Cade Stover, Dalvin Hollick, I would obviously much rather take Dulcich just because of the upside in the uncertain situation. Okay, so Bowers goes off the board. While I was talking Hawkinson off the board. Okay, so my tight end run got kind of screwed. It's actually very bad. Wow. All these guys went off so early. It's Hawkinson and Bowers. I think I pivot and I just go. Okay. So we're just going to go completely fade tight end here. Probably look at Jatavion Sanders later. I think he's a decent value. And then, wow. This is so sad. And now I don't even know who I'm going to pick either because I was so locked in. Okay, this is actually really bad. I could get Roshan again. Maybe we'll take DeHaan Dotson's value. Actually, I'm going to take Gabe Davis here. Because Gabe Davis is actually a decent player, and I think he has the chance to go up boards. What do we got right now as well? Yeah, we're going to go to Gabe Davis because he is a free agent. Let me just double check and make sure I'm not messing this up. Yeah, no, I want to take Jaden Daniels next round. And then if I want, I could take Frymouth then too. Yeah, I'm probably just going to take Downs here. We're at 6, 7 wide receivers with Downs. I mean, nothing else I really like. Chase Brown. Ooh. Honestly, I might just reach. Yeah. I'm going to reach on Chase Brown here. I feel kind of gross doing it, but I'm going to reach on Chase Brown. Only 7 spots behind Downs. And, yeah, not ideal situations. Everyone is going early on the rookies. Yeah, right? Like, I'm not surprised, but I was just, like, really shocked. Because let me look what Bowers went in the last draft. Maybe I'm an idiot for judging too closely on that ADP. Because obviously, like I said, these ADPs are not like set in stone. Like they literally just came out. But where did Bowers go the last draft? Let me look. Yeah, like Hawk went 90. Pitch went 91 to me. Bowers at 107, so yeah, where did he go in this draft again? He went like 103. Yeah, I guess I probably was kind of being a little too cute and just hoping. Maybe the move, looking back on it, we go Bowers at 85 and just reach there because we're at the turn. Yeah, I don't love that Gabe Davis pick either. I like Josh Downs, but I think I'm going to be able to give him a lot because I think he's still being undervalued. Gabe Davis kind of heads back to my philosophy of we've already seen Gabe Davis get a ton of hype just from that one playoff game of whatever it was. Last year, 2 years ago. 2 years ago. But he goes to a new situation, his value automatically increases. And in a best ball tournament, he stays with Buffalo, still has those spike weeks. I mean, that's only 6 wide receivers. It's not like we're going crazy here. Chase Brown kind of just want to split that out. This is like definitely a balanced build. So, okay. Pat Freiermuth. I like Pat Freiermuth. I don't really like drafting tight ends in the middle rounds, though. But, like, there's no one, like, I really hate the middle rounds right now. Though, Troy Franklin's a guy I don't mind. Best ball. Jonathan Brooks I like. Drafted him last time, though. Caleb Williams. I'll probably go Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels is actually gone. Is Caleb Williams, like, am I taking Jaden Daniels over Caleb Williams? As a rookie, like, is that crazy to do? I don't know. Is Caleb over Daniels crazy? Okay. I don't get the choice anyway, because he goes very early here. Dotson. I just never really liked Dotson. Like, I think the value's fine, but I feel like I'm just obligated to take like a Donnie Mitchell or like Keenan Coleman. Don't really like Keenan Coleman though. And a Donnie Mitchell is fine. He should have good draft capital though. Okay. So he goes off the he doesn't go off the board. I just don't like drafting tight ends in these middle rounds, but like kind of how the ADP is like. At least he has like a guaranteed job. Pat Freiermuth, I've actually been a fan of, so I'm probably going to take him here. Let's see. I'd rather have Jaden Daniels in a single QB overkill. So, yeah, okay. Well, thank you for confirming that for me, Jaden. Or Jamie. I'm not crazy. It's not as clear-cut, in my opinion, because last year I was taking, like, Richardson was obviously the QB1 despite being drafted behind, like, Bryce Young or let's say even, like, Stroud. But that's because Stroud and Young really had, like, no mobility. Caleb and Daniels both had, like, 300 rushing yards. Like I believe Williams had like 10 touchdowns. So it's not like they're immobile, but Daniel's just unbelievable running the football. 700 yards in the past 3 years, 1,000 rushing yards last year, including sacks. So yeah, glad to hear I'm not crazy for wanting Daniels over Caleb Williams, even though the ADP suggests otherwise, which makes sense. Single QB. I will be chasing that, higher ceiling at quarterback. Okay, we should be able to make it to the end of this draft. So even if I wanted to, I don't think I could make it with a battery. It's hard not knowing these quarterbacks' teams yet. Yeah, 100% Classy. It is really tough, especially with like a guy like Daniels, where he's projected to be Tankathon, he's projected to go third overall, which is going to make him a starting quarterback. But if he falls, you never know. Like Will Levis was in the race for number 1 overall pick, falls to the second round, and then doesn't really get as much playing time as we'd like last year. Even when he wasn't that effective. But to kind of lock in here, I think we're going to go Jaden Daniels, Pat Fryermuth. Fryermuth was actually a good prospect as well. Had 100 targets as a rookie. Just Pittsburgh, terrible situation. We'll see if they draft a quarterback or ride with Pickett. Either way, I think that he is much healthier and is going to be in a better situation. So if he gets 100 targets, I like that pick a lot. Let me get some water. I've been yapping up a storm. My throat's getting sore. How long have I been live for? How long is 2 drafts this? Jeez. Hour 45? Okay, yeah, wow, this is getting late. Okay. So, Jaden Daniels still on the board. Okay, you're going to Trevor Lawrence with, interesting pick. But yeah, we're going to go Jaden Daniels here, and then we're going to double tap that with Pat Fryermuth. And, it's not the perfect build. It's not exactly what I wanted, but yeah, we'd definitely rather have Bowers instead of Chase Brown and Gabe Davis. But actually, the more I think about it, I don't mind that Pat Fryermuth pick, and I was still able to get Jaden Daniels, high upside player, at a very, very, very cheap price. When I think he's kind of going to be like a Anthony Richardson type riser come draft time. Yeah, let's look at some of these players. Wan'Dale Robinson, Blake Corum. Blake Corum is not that guy. I can see Jano being like a Lamar, but Jano has better accuracy. Yeah, talk about Lamar. Lamar, that almost sounds disrespectful to say, but after yesterday, is it? Lamar looked, pretty bad. Yeah, Jaden Daniels is more polished now that he's older. So typically that's a knock against any other position. But quarterback, we've seen a lot of guys come out late and have success because it is hard to develop in the NFL at the quarterback position because you need weapons around you. Otherwise, that's going to stunt your development. So we've seen time and time again that quarterbacks are staying longer in college to develop, coming to the NFL more, ready on day one. And we got guys like, Joe Burrow, obviously, the prime example. Even Justin Herbert comes in a little later, and he is obviously a top 6, 7, 8 quarterback in the league. So not too concerned about quarterbacks staying, 4 years as I am with other positions. But let's see what we're looking at here. Jatavion Sanders. You need to throw him down to the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, I don't really like any of these guys. I don't know if I took Elijah Moore. Would hate that pick. In fact, I'm probably taking Wan'Dale. I actually have no idea. I'm forgetting who I took in this range last time. Xavier Worthy I like actually. Oh no. I don't want this to go. Can I plug this in? Man. Hope so. Can this reach around? Oh, I can get to the outlet from here? Bet. I'm just kind of trapped. It's a wire on my lap, but whatever. It's fine for now. 10 picks away. All right, let's see. Maiden ones are guaranteed in bad team being top 3, but Daniels is more a mystery where it's going. That's also very true. Daniels should probably find himself in a better situation because he's, Caleb Williams, the Bears, not great situation. Drake May, Commanders, not amazing either, but, you're right. Daniels could still go late, in like at like pick 10 or like pick 15, go to a much better situation and still have a good chance of starting on day one. KJ Miller, interesting pick. We'll see what they do with Kamara, Bucky Irving, interesting. I'm probably going to go Xavier Worthy. I'm probably going to double tap wide receiver here. Really like Xavier Worthy. He's probably going to be an early second round pick, so always going to take that value here. We'll go Worthy and Robinson. How many rounds do we have left? We got a good number of rounds. We're only like 150. Yeah, there's no one else I really like around this range, so I'm fine throwing some darts at wide receiver. Maybe I go Elijah Moore. Who did I pick last time? Worthy's a great pick, especially in best ball. Yeah, I really like Worthy as well. He's a smaller receiver, but we've seen guys like Devonta Smith, Tank Dell dominate. So I have him ranked higher than the other Texas wide receiver. What's his name? I'm forgetting. Adonai Mitchell. Mitchell is probably going to be better from a real-life perspective due to his size, due to the fact that you can line him up as that Alpha X receiver, but Worthy is going to be commanding that like slot volume, which we've seen time and time and again in like a PPR or even half PPR league, which Underdog is. That is very, very important. Agreed. Love taking Worthy here. Hopefully I can get him. Also be very like upset. Shoot. Okay, so Worthy goes off the board. Elijah Moore goes off the board. Wow. That just went to shambles very fast. Where's Ladd McConkey going? I'll probably just have him as like my rookie because I want to grab like a rookie here for upside. Do I have any rookie wide receivers? Okay, I have Odunze, but he's more of like I'm pretty confident I know what Odunze is going to bring. He's not really as much of like a flyer in the late rounds. Well, yeah, Ladd McConkey is interesting. Never hit great market share numbers or like breakout numbers in college, but on film he looks pretty good. And I've seen him mocked even like the late first to like early second. So kind of just trying to grab a guy with like pretty good draft capital that's going to skyrocket. So he takes Braylon Allen here. I really forgot about Braylon Allen, but either way, I'm already pretty good on wide receivers or running backs. So we're going to go Wandale here, Ladd McConkey here, and that's going to give us 8 wide receivers. Let's just fill this out with like running backs accordingly. Like these guys in the later rounds, I'm probably going to target the same dudes. I like Brian Thomas too, except he has such a boring name, so I nicknamed him Smash Thomas. Yeah. Brian Thomas is actually a player that where's ADP at? He is high. Wow. I don't know if I'm targeting him at 77, but yeah, I mean he's a projected first round pick though, and kind of dominated LSU his last season. I mean he did. Just he's kind of a later breakout as well. I'm not wrong about that, right? Brian Thomas stats. Didn't he break out like his 4th year? Okay, no. Yeah, I'm thinking of someone else. Yeah, he broke out as a junior. Brian Thomas is a player I really didn't like, but then, yeah, I remember he did break out as a junior, so 1,000 yards, playing next to Malik Neighbors, so very impressive. It's just kind of some of these wide receiver, like big body alpha wide receiver ones are like very overhyped, so kind of like assuming that he's already going to get overhyped by the community, but don't mind him here at all. Honestly, I think we double tap Drake May here at quarterback. That's going to be interesting. Okay, look, McConkey's going to be my most drafted wide receiver rookie draft. I've been getting him at round 2 and super flex mocks. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to get him in like the late second rounds. I kind of really don't know what to do with like right now. It's so tough because we don't know landing spot for these players. So right now, my late second round was just literally like a bunch of running backs upside thrown together. Like, well, Shipley, Estimate, Leggett, Irving. But yeah, McConkey's a player I definitely need to rise. I think you should go at like the late second in rookie drafts. Yeah, this is nice because I'm definitely getting to talk about these prospects is not only helping like my dynasty rookie rankings, but where to incorporate them into redraft. Yeah, McConkey is a great player, and if he gets second round draft capital or even somehow late first, yeah, he's definitely going to rise up from where I drafted him at like where did I pick him 157? Yeah, Quentin Johnson's still on the board. Definitely going to take him if he falls. Okay, but I have 8 receivers. No, I can't do that. Yeah, I'm probably just going to target Antonio Gibson again. Probably going to look at some of these guys. I like Will Shipley. He's not great at anything, but he's a good size, so if you can maybe play a solid role in the NFL. See Dylan Johnson very late. I would just rather have some of these guys than Elijah Mitchell. What's he gonna do? If CMC's there, I don't really like the handcuff players, so especially 15, maybe in the last rounds. Dude, one player, honest. Okay. Oh, he has tight end quarterback eligibility. I was gonna say Taysom Hill is a player I feel like we always overlook every year, but he's actually really good. Okay, I don't know if that's new or they just changed that, but it's kind of lame. Because I know on ESPN he definitely has tight end eligibility. Yeah, I'll probably just go Antonio Gibson. At this point, I don't really care about reaching, so I probably reach for Will Shipley. Where do I have out of these guys ranked? Is there anyone that I'm really missing that I like a lot more? Berlin Allen, Audric Estime. Yeah, Will Shipley is. He's a good pass catcher. Caught 69 passes for 486 yards in the last 2 years. We'll see where he goes in the draft. I kind of just want to throw a few darts here. So, Antonio Gibson, surprisingly, is going to be one of my most drafted running backs. Mitchell's just relying on CMC to get injured, right? That's exactly my thinking too. And like I said, I don't like to draft injuries. And 15th round, yeah, it's late, but drafting handcuffs is never really worth it unless you're going unless you're kind of maybe. Here's where I think handcuffs would be worth it. You're stacking an offense. You got 3-4 players, and maybe I got a full 49er stack. And then I'm in round 20, round 19. I got CMC, I don't know, Debo, Ayuk, and Purdy somehow. Then maybe, yeah, just screw it, go all in, throw my chips in very late round where it really doesn't matter, and then take Mitchell there. But realistically, what else am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to go Antonio Gibson here. See if there's any other good quarterback values I'm missing out on. Nope. Tight end. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna go Will Shipley as well, and then we'll refocus and look at quarterbacks here. Levis, Penix, Howell. Oh, jeez. I only have one quarterback since Jane Daniels, so maybe I look at Russell Wilson, Levis, Penix. Do I draft 3 quarterbacks in this situation? Who's my tight end, too? Frymouth. Would I rather have 3 quarterbacks or 3 tight ends? Because I'm not drafting 3 of both. I'm doing 2 and 3. I'm just let you just chat. 3 QBs or 3 tight ends? What do you guys think? 3 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends. I have no idea. These guys are. I'll circle the options too. So maybe we go chase after Fant again. Conklin, I don't mind either because he's going to be in that Jets offense. So these are our 3 tight end options. Probably double tap Fant again. Double tap Fant again. And then Jatavion Sanders. Quarterback, we go here. 3 QBs are rejecting rookies. Yeah, good point. I'll probably just go. I'll probably go Russ. Maybe, and then probably Penix. Levis or Penix. Levis probably has more upside, but I also could probably get him later in a 1 QB format because of his rushing ability. But yeah, I go 3 QB since you have a rushing quarterback, more chance of injury. Yeah, it makes sense. Especially Pat Frymouth. I know he did get injured last year, but I feel like tight ends don't haven't really been getting injured at the same rate as quarterbacks, especially after what we saw this year with like everyone going down at quarterback. Makes sense. But yeah, let's see what our picks are. Okay, so 204, 205. Probably just split it here, and we'll go like Russ. Yeah, I'll probably go like Russ Jatavion. I'll go Jatavion for the upside over Fant and kind of split it out since I took Fant last draft. And then we'll just go. So that'll be 2 quarterbacks. Yeah, and then I'll grab another running back because this is already pretty like deep. Maybe like a Marshawn Lloyd. Yeah, Cam Akers. Yeah. Chicken Dobbins. Yeah. I like Dobbins. I have a feeling I'm going to be drafting Dobbins a lot. Just because of the uncertainty. Like, I can get him in the last round. Sure. Go Russ. Yeah, that's where I'm going. I think Russ is going to be a starting quarterback next year. And, I mean, maybe he was just terrible. Maybe the Broncos were just terrible. Who knows? Russ has been a elite quarterback at some point in his career. So I categorize him as having upside. But, yeah, I'm going to go Russ here. That's like, this is our ideal turn. Russ and Jatavion Sanders. Honestly, at this point, I don't even really know like what to expect. Okay, this is gonna be close according to ADP. What do we pick at? 204. Russ's ADP is like 196. Although Beckham's supposed to come back, which interesting. Bateman didn't look too bad in the playoffs. What are his stats like this year? 56 targets. Yeah, he was pretty bad. He looked decent in the playoffs, but I don't really know what to make of Bateman. OBJ. So, yeah, hopefully I can Russ. Let's look at this draft board real quick while we're waiting. What else? What could I have done differently? Is there any really picks? Honestly, yeah, probably just at the 108, I go and just grab. So Bowers went here. That's why I missed on him. I already have 4 receivers. I probably just go reach on Bowers there and then grab like Gabe Davis at the 109, and I could still get him at like the 109. Because do I really need Chase Brown with 6 running backs? Probably not. That's probably where I messed up. Fant goes. So love the Fant. Yeah, just don't take Russ or Jatavion. Again, nice little turn. Has 2 quarterbacks. I assume he's going to go running back here. Okay, he has that red badge. I don't remember what all these mean, but I know that's some sort of drafting experience that I don't have. I don't know how many you need. Ooh, Noah Brown. I actually like that pick. Yeah, I'm gonna go Russ here, and then double tap the Jatavion Sanders. All right. Yeah. At this point, I'm gonna say Is this your last draft for the night? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely my last draft. It's like 10:30 where I am. I've been live streaming for like 2 hours. But is this a good time for you guys? Yeah, is 8:30. No, I went live at like 9:30. CT, a good live stream time. Yeah, this is gonna be our last draft, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of drafts this offseason. Probably not gonna go crazy. I know I'm very excited about these drafts coming back, so I'll probably do more than I should, but I don't want to go crazy with the, because I want to stream it once it actually is important. Works for me. Okay, good to know. Well, I'll just ask you guys. Any last round pick suggestions? I mean, at this point, I'm either between Levis or Penix. Levis is probably the better pick as shown by ADP, but I love Penix, so yeah, that could get me in trouble. I mean, like who? I want to go Dobbins, but I also don't want to go crazy on him. And again, it's like round 20, so does it really matter? Probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a running back. At the running back position, what do we got for like suggestion? Maybe I just go Cam Akers. This has a job as of now. That's true. Penix, I'm projecting him to get, first round draft capital, early second, but there's also a good shot that he's going to be a player that a team will draft and like have him sit behind a quarterback for a year as well. Yeah, I don't like Penix, but Levis wasn't good either. Yeah, that's like my point. Like Levis wasn't good, so I'll probably go Levis, but I won't be. It's not the end of the world if Penix gets taken. Then maybe I'll just go Cam. Jamal Williams. What is up with him? Yeah, obviously he fell off in a massive way. Dalvin Cook is completely washed. Who is Ray Davis? Actually, no, I know the name Ray Davis. Kentucky? Yeah. Kentucky running back. 5'10". Yeah, I want to look at these sizes. 5'10", 216. Had a pretty good year, actually. Good efficiencies. Okay. Maybe I'd take him. Do I really have a lot of running backs? Like young running backs? Shipley? I mean, but like what is Ray Davis going to do? Does Cam Akers have any future, though? I don't think so. Okay. Maybe I'll take Ray Davis here. I don't like Penix. Okay, yes. Okay, so Levis from off the board. Probably going to be stuck with Penix, but like I said, Penix is my guy. Every time I see J.J. McCarthy being drafted ahead of Michael Penix, I just want to cry a little more. J.J. McCarthy is so overrated. I really hope none of you guys are J.J. McCarthy like super fans because, God, I hate. Okay, I know I am wearing an Ohio State jersey, but objectively, J.J. McCarthy is overrated. I don't really see the upside, but he could be drafted very highly in the draft just because some teams see that rushing upside, upside. I don't really know. I can't even speak. I really, really do not like J.J. McCarthy. Cook's on with the Ravens. Just yeah, I remember him playing one snap at fullback. That's my memory of Dalvin Cook on the Ravens. Yeah, Cook literally did nothing. Yeah, we'll go Ray Davis here to the Akers. 3 picks away. God, it's getting late. That's what these underdogs do. Underdog drafts do, man. They suck you in and get you addicted. But it's okay. Ray Davis. Cam Akers. Yeah. Okay, so it's kind of nice to know like what other prospects I should be keeping an eye on. Like Ray Davis. I already forget his name, but the running back from Missouri that Jamie kind of put me on. I really started to like him as well. Is he already gone? I think he is. Okay, I'm on the clock. Not a big fan of McCarthy in the NFL, but I like him as an Ohio State fan. Okay, well, fair enough, yeah. I don't like him at all, but we'll go Penix here, and then I guess I'll go Ray Davis here. Round things out. Not a big fan of McCarthy in the NFL, but I like him as an Ohio State fan. Penix is better, but it's just hard with his age and injury history. That's true. It is. I personally, like I said, I said this before, but don't like to bet against injuries. It's really, we've just seen it so many times that no one player is technically more injury prone than another. Now, yes, you have guys like, off the top of my head, Rashad Penny, Darren Waller, that literally get injured every single year and play. Waller's old, and Penny plays at a fragile position. So that makes more sense. But especially quarterback, it's very hard to predict these injuries, especially since Penix isn't a rushing quarterback and he's been healthy recently. I'm not putting him in like the same bucket of like, oh, he's definitely has like a super high chance of getting injured. And age, age, like I said, quarterbacks are getting screwed more and more because here's the thing. Quarterbacks are getting drafted super high because there's a big demand for them in the NFL. But that subjectively puts them up draft boards and puts them in bad situations, which, really hurts their development as a quarterback. So they've been saying time and time again that it's honestly a better idea to just stay in college, develop in a good situation around, receivers and a coaching staff that actually can actually help you out instead of being thrown in the fire like Bryce Young and get screwed when you got 35-year-old Adam Thielen and bum Jonathan Mingo as their top two guys with no offensive line. So not too concerned about age as much when we've seen guys like I said, like Joe Burrow, prime example, Herbert. And I know there's definitely a few other quarterbacks that have been great as well. I'm not one of those Buckeyes fans that hate Michigan. Yeah, can't relate. I don't like Michigan. And it's more so this year because of the cheating scandal too. Like, I don't like Jim Harbaugh. You're telling me he's completely innocent. Why do you get suspended 4 games? I don't know. I don't like Michigan. From a fantasy perspective, like, I'm not gonna be crazy. Like, oh yeah, I just hate Michigan players, but I just don't. As a fan, I don't like Michigan, and I'm just not a big JJ McCarthy fan objectively either. But yeah, this is our last draft. I'll show off the board real quick if any of you guys want to see it. I'll go over the team, and then I will wrap things up. Okay, so let's kind of look back at what we did. We got 6 people in the live chat, so gotta go punish it. Okay, take me out of here. No, that's our last draft, right? 2. Where's the one I just did? What? Results. No, that's in drafts. Completed. Where is the other draft I just did? Why is it not showing up now? Oh, okay. Just a little refresh. Okay. So look at the full draft board. So we got JT at pick 12. Like that. Would have been nice if we got Bijan in the fall. Garrett Wilson. So like that 1-2 turn at pick 12. James Cook Waddle is where I didn't like it. I would have much rather gone like Devonta Smith, Isaiah Pacheco. But it's not a horrible pick, especially when we're shooting for upside. I think Cook and Waddle probably have more upside than Pacheco and Smith based on their role in the offense and the offense they're in. I got Derrick Henry here and Odunze. Like that pick, kind of went more bully running back. Christian Watson, really like him, betting on a bounce back. Just if he can stay healthy, he will be a great player, especially that Jordan Love has established himself. Now, yeah, here's where I probably could have. I love the Marquise Brown value, don't get me wrong, but I probably would have rather just taken either like here I was looking at Brock Bowers. I was hoping he'd fall. McBride went, Hawkinson went. Probably should have just gone McBride or Bowers reached their 85 and then taken like a wide receiver. Gabe Davis still instead of Marquise Brown. Because I have 8 wide receivers in this build. Marquise Brown's not make or break for me. I'd much rather get a tight end that I really like. Chase Brown, not bad. Kind of just want a share of him. And I'm at the turn, so a little bit of a reach. Jane Daniels, kind of what the whole draft objective goal was. Nico Collins at 14 is crazy. Yeah, I agree. Nico Collins. I mean, like, he's been good, but no, not 14. Not the 14 good. Pat Fryermuth, flashes as a rookie, and he should be a starting tight end. The tight end values get so ugly late. Wandale, led McConkey, nice upside. Gibson, liking the upside here. Liking Gibson pick a lot. Will Shipley just kind of target another running back. Then we go Russ, Tavion Sanders, Michael Penix, and Ray Davis. So show how it looks here. 3 quarterbacks, 7 running backs, 8 receivers, and 2 tight ends. Like this team. It was definitely an adjustment, getting – first off, yeah, this is like my first time streaming an underdog draft, so obviously I didn't really know how it would be from that lens. Let me know if you guys have any like suggestions about like the camera, anything. It's kind of nice that I can like scroll up, so – but I also like that you guys can see my queue, so I think I like where it is right now, but obviously if you guys want something different, just let me know. But yeah, we're going to definitely do a lot more of these in season or like after the Super Bowl because, obviously I don't want to just go crazy on these drafts because my goal every day is like once we get into the thick of it after the NFL draft, I want to do live streams every day and then I want to do drafts every day and get a ton of drafts in for you guys and just, have a lot of fun. But yeah, Jamie says good drafts. Thank you. All I'll be back soon. Probably going to do late night drafts. Yeah, I'll probably want to do one tomorrow, but with this, rookie fever, I'll probably, we'll say, because I did 2 drafts today. We'll say aim for 1 draft on Wednesday, and then maybe I'll do another draft like over the weekend or like another draft on Friday or Monday. But I watch my phone, so I can't really see the small print anyway, but look good. It'll be fun to see where the rookies are after the combine. Yeah. I'm also planning on going to the combine. It's still a little bit, don't really know exactly how that's going to shake out. So I'm definitely going to do like a live stream, like where I like field questions from you guys. That's something I didn't do as much last year because I honestly didn't even think I was going to end up going. But if you guys have like questions you want me to like ask prospects or prospects you want me to like cover, shoot them in the live chat anytime. But we're going to definitely dive into that more like once I get confirmation. I'll do a live stream. So I'll probably find – combine is what? We're January, February. It's like February 29th. I'll find out like February like 21st. So I'll definitely do a live stream between that time. Just kind of chill, field some questions, and then do a draft before the combine. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming in. Appreciate you, Classy. Appreciate you, Jamie. Appreciate everyone else that popped in. I know Dylan. Everyone else at the beginning as well. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully got some nice insights. Early look was super fun. Love talking prospects with you guys as well and just some players for 2024. But hope you guys have a good night, and thank you guys for coming out.